Alright everyone, I'm entering the town of Los Ybanez. This is the smallest town in Texas currently. There are 7 people here. That is a liquor store, but we'll talk about that in a second. This town was founded by a family whose last name, of course, was Ybanez, and started out pretty good. They bought this land, the family, incorporated it, made it a town. That was in 1983. And friends and family liked the idea and moved here in droves, kinda. In 1985, the population was 300. But apparently it wasn't that great because they started leaving. By 1990, the population was 83. In 2000, it had dropped to 32. 2010, it had dropped to 19. And in 2010, this was the 6th smallest town in Texas. Today, there are 7 people here, on the verge of ghost town. And it is the smallest town in Texas that is incorporated that has a population. I looked up the smallest town in Texas on the internet, and it listed Guerrero as the smallest, with a population of 6. But the current population of Guerrero, however, is 0, which makes this town now the smallest. Now the 7 people that live here, well, the numbers are pretty interesting. All 7 of them are women. All of them are between the ages of 50 and 59. All of them are Hispanic. All of them have an income below $50,000. They all live alone. There are 7 households for the 7 people, the 7 women. None of them are married. 100% of them are divorced. Now you're asking yourselves, why did this family buy this land and incorporate it? To sell liquor. This area in the early 80s was dry, this entire area. But a town could apply for a liquor license with the state if they wanted to. So this family bought this plot of land, applied for the license, got it, and started selling liquor. And from what I understand, they still do pretty well to this day. Man, you think the dusty plains of rural Texas, this totally embodies that, doesn't it? That house is just about gone, so is this one. I'm going to have to go visit this town of Guerrero now. Means it's a full-on ghost town. But this town is just about there. I mean, this is like a dead zone, isn't it? It's so crazy. Look at all this. So let's see. I'll go back up to this liquor store. Because Main Street's just a big loop, an oval loop. You can see I just kind of went in a circle. So when they planned the town, yeah, they should plan a big oval and an open area in the middle. You could see kids, the families playing in that area. It was probably a park. There's that liquor store over there. That liquor store. I read that it's drive-through only now. It's only about 9:30 in the morning, so I'm guessing it's not open yet. But I believe, yeah, it still operates. Yeah, there's liquor back there in the windows. Cash only. Yeah, I read that. Free Bibles, in God we trust. Isn't that something? Be American, vote. Yeah, there's something over here. El Ranchito. But whatever it is, it's been closed a while. El Ranchito. Some junked cars there. Wow. So crazy, huh? All right, everyone, I have arrived at the town of Lamesa. Now, you guys who watch a lot of our videos know that I ate a lot of chicken fried steak. It's probably my favorite dish. And I am hesitant to eat chicken fried steak outside of the state of Texas because it seems like only the state of Texas can do it right. And that's because chicken fried steak is a native Texan dish. It was invented here. Would you look at all that? I'm going to have to take a closer look at that in a minute, huh? Yeah, the chicken fried steak is a native Texan dish, just like chili. Maybe our second most famous and best dish that comes out of this state. Turns out Lamesa is the birthplace of the chicken fried steak. This is the town where it came from. They even have a yearly chicken fried steak festival. Happens in the last week of April, and I'm not gonna lie, I might have to come down here for it, because as you guys know, I do love a good chicken fried steak. And I bet there is some amazing chicken fried steak to be had right here in this town. Anyway, as you can see, I am in downtown Lamesa right now. Let's see, population in 1960 was 12,400. That was peak population. Today there are a little over 8,500. This town's lost some people. Median age is 33. Which makes this town pretty young. %72% of the town is Hispanic. 24% white. 3% black. Last 1% is mixed race. Let me flip around here because this is the county seat of Dawson County, and this is the county courthouse. Now let's go take a look real quick, shall we? Of note is the murals that are on the building. The building is a mishmash. Much of the building was actually built in 1916, but in 1952 they added an addition and they stripped the old building and basically renovated it into what you see now. Let's see the mural on the other side here. And so, it's okay. You know, I'll show you guys some really grand county courthouses. I'm not sure if that's how I would describe this one. It's a bit utilitarian, isn't it? Function over form for sure. Let me walk over here to this tower building though. This looks like it was a theater. Let's get a closer look. With the neon lit and the lights on, this must have looked really amazing. I've got a couple old movie posters here. But I don't know if this thing is operating. Matinee every day before 5 p.m. I'm thinking it's probably closed now. It's definitely pretty quiet. Yeah, that's empty there. Just a bunch of junk inside. Got a dog running loose on the streets. Yeah, there's torn down buildings here. Interesting. Okay, well, why don't we go take a look at that big mural over there, shall we? Median household income here is $39,400 a year. It's about $760 a week. Poverty here is pretty high, 28%. Children 17 and under, it is 38%. Folks 65 and older, it is 18%. Median home value here is $88,000. All right, so let's check this out, shall we? That is quite an endeavor by someone, or some people. Definitely see the Spanish influences. Latin American influences, maybe what I should say. Oh, this is something. A lot of work put into this. Yeah, how about that? Well, yeah, let's look around some more. Skyview Drive-In Theater. A great old sign. This was a booming theater at one time. It's got a single screen. I'm wondering if we can drive in there. Looks like there's a chain. Is there a chain? Maybe not. Nope. Looks like we can drive in. Yeah, here's the, what do you call it? The concession stand. Buddy Holly played right on top of the roof there at one time. Let me turn around. The sun's in the wrong direction. You know, these drive-in theaters would have these little parks for kids to play in between the movies. You can see it's still there. As I said earlier, this is the concession stand. Buddy Holly played a show up there back in the day. Looks like much of the theater is, yeah, it's going to dust. They were famous, in particular, the snack bar, for a sandwich they called the Chihuahua. That was very highly regarded. You can look up the recipe for it on the internet. But it was amazing to watch a movie here. There's a mattress if you need it. As a young lad, I went to the drive-in quite a bit, and I would take my dates. But I'm not going to lie. We rarely watched the movie. That was the beauty of drive-in theaters. You young kids today, oh, you're missing out. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, what a damn shame. This looks like it was an amazing place in its day. And it just rots by the roadside now. Well, let's go take a look at some neighborhoods. Wow, look at this. Old school garage. I think there's a business here of some sort. Isn't that great? Check out this cool old restaurant. Rocky's Burgers, Superdog Drive-In. Over 4 million sold. Not bad for a little town like this. Is it open? I'm not sure. Kind of smells good. I can smell the tater tots. Maybe they're getting ready for lunch. Well, that is a throwback, isn't it? You don't see places like that much anymore. Well, one thing you notice, the streets are really wide. There's some abandonment. Yeah, I'm just a couple blocks out of downtown. Pretty much most of the people here work in the oil industry. That is the major employer out here. It's a pretty house. Well, alright guys, got another town to show you. So let's head in that direction right now. Well, everyone, I am in Big Spring, Texas. I thought I was making my way to the actual spring that the town is named after. I got lost, sort of lost, but anyway, I stumbled upon this overlook of the city. Thought I'd give you a look. It looks pretty awesome. You can see downtown there and the Settles Hotel, which dominates the downtown. We'll go check that out here in a bit. Quite a view up here, though. You can see the whole small city. So anyway, now that that's done, let's go find the actual spring that Big Spring is named after. All right, so here it is. The Big Spring, or the historic spring of Big Spring, Texas. Now you can imagine being out here in the dusty, dry plains of Texas, what an important spot this was long ago, not only for the animals that lived in the area, but for the Native Americans as well. And of course, it being a source of water, the population sprang around it. The founding of Big Spring, Texas. Ranching, cattle, that was the big industry. A lot of cowboys here, and of course, you know what kind of business there would be a lot of when there are a lot of cowboys in the late 1800s. Yeah. Saloons, brothels. Big Spring was a big town for that back in the day. In the early 1920s, oil was discovered here. And the city really prospered then. This is the Permian Basin. And it quickly became, and to this day still is, the largest oil field in the United States. That's what surrounds the city of Big Spring. Big Spring never really took off like nearby Midland or Abilene, though. But there's still a few people here, about 26,000. Peak population was in 1960. There were over 31,000, so it's lost a little population. This is sure beautiful, though, isn't it? They've done a nice job landscaping. They've got a place where they can put on live music and events up there with seating. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, now that I've shown you this, let's head into downtown. Well, there it is, the Settles Hotel. Built in 1930. It operated until 1980, and then closed down, and it was sitting empty here in downtown Big Spring for over 30 years. But it reopened in 2012, and you can see it's been renovated. It's absolutely beautiful. It's an operating hotel now. It is on the National Register, as you can well imagine. It is also on the list of Historic Hotels of America. And you can see it for miles as you come into town, out on the interstate. It really dominates the skyline here. All right, so let's take a look around this town. Right here in the shadow of the hotel is an old theater that has been long abandoned. You can tell it was magnificent in its day. Yeah, but it is abandoned and rusting and rotting now. It's a damn shame, isn't it? Absolutely amazing to look at. You can see the incredible potential. Yeah, it is just junk inside there now. That's too bad. Big Spring is the county seat. This was built in 1953. It is modern architecture. Basically, it's about this type of architecture, that is to say. It's about function over form, no ornamentation. It's just about simple designs, minimalism, You can see a little Art Deco in it, but it's even less ornamental, shall we say, than Art Deco. Just square lines, flat ceiling. Yeah, there's still a beauty to it, but it is certainly not got a big look to it like a lot of the courthouses I show you. Well, let's see what else we can find down here. Well, they have some nice boutiques and stores here. Queens of the Dude Ranch. A record shop. I wouldn't mind having a couple of these things. I'd like to have that. And that would be cool in the yard. Maybe make a water fountain out of it. Pumping water out of the ground, maybe. I really like this here. Yeah, I want that. I don't know if you can hear it, but a church in the distance keeps playing Christmas music, even though it is January 18th. Somebody forgot to reprogram it. State National Bank, 1909. And it's boarded up and empty now. I hate to see that. I can tell that was beautiful in its day. You guys hear the train going by? Yeah, there it is. Well, as I amble through the downtown here, let me give you some numbers. Median age is 37. That's a little younger than the US, which is 39. 57% of this town is male. 43 female. Oh boy. Well, if you're a lady, you got some options. I'm really surprised at how little traffic there is in this town. We've been here a couple days. There's very little traffic for a city, definitely of 26,000. I've been in towns of 5,000 and traffic's so bad you can't get around. Very quiet here. Anyway, did I interrupt myself? 49% of this town is Hispanic. 40% is white. 7% is black. 4% is mixed race. Lots of abandonment though here. You can see where the town is putting some effort in to rejuvenate it down here, but there is a lot of emptiness. A lot of boarded up buildings. A bail bondsman here. Median household income is $65,000 a year. That's pretty good money. It's like $12.50 a week. I would guess because of the oil industry. That is the top employer of this area. Poverty's pretty, well actually poverty's not bad. 18% overall. 19% for kids, 17 and under. 15% for folks 65 and older. That is actually pretty close in line with the US. And the cost of living here is 17% lower than the US as a whole. Mostly because of housing, which is 46% lower. Hotel settles. Air conditioned. I can assure you, you need that in this part of Texas. Yeah, here it is, the Big Spring Municipal Auditorium. This was built in 1932. Elvis. That's right, Elvis Presley played a show in there. Statue of Liberty with the auditorium in the background. Let's see. With the faith and courage of their forefathers who made possible the freedom of these United States, Boy Scouts of America. Dedicate this replica, the Statue of Liberty, 1950. Well, I'm just outside of downtown. Seeing a lot more empty buildings here. Abandonment. It's a beautiful day here, by the way. It's 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 18 Celsius. Not bad for third week in February or January 18th. Just seems stark, doesn't it? Cactus and everything really feels like the desert. I guess we are in the desert a bit. There's a dog running loose. Hey there, fella. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's got to be abandoned. Well, it's boarded up, let's put it that way. Yeah, look at us here. Door sitting open. That's long been empty. Feels like the Wild West out here. Old Wild West. You see old Western movies. The town's out in the west. Old Wild West. It's what it looks like, doesn't it? Yeah, here I am on the edge of town. It's real quiet, isn't it? A couple more dogs. You see a lot of loose dogs out here. Really interesting sights here, isn't there? Here. Wow, check it out. A tumbleweed right in the middle of the road. I guess I'll go around that. These have all been here for a while. On the other side of that water tower, that is our hotel. This is what you see right behind it. give you a look at a couple of the streets here. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't see the $63,000 a year income anywhere. I've looked around quite a bit of town, and you see a lot of this. That house is gutted. But there's someone living in this one. That's just crazy. Just got hit by some tumbleweed. There it is. There's some more. It sure is a barren landscape, isn't it? I'm so used to my suburban Dallas neighborhood, so full of green and trees, and you know, even now grass is green there. Look at all this cactus. There's an interesting beauty to it, though. I mean, that would be a great photograph. An amazing one. Not sure what this is. I was thinking of school. Maybe an elementary? What do you guys think? Kind of looks like an elementary school, maybe. I mean, it's not in use now. It's been abandoned. Lots of churches. There's one right here. Go over here. See another one. Yeah, you can see where I am. There's the Settles Hotel. Settles Hotel. Did I say that right? Another church. Northside Baptist Church. Interesting. Well, we are back downtown at the Hotel Settles, and we're going to have dinner.
Yay, I'm excited. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I am too.
Good, because I'm hungry.
Yep.
Heavy doors.
It should be good. It's supposed to be good. Can you open it? Mm-hmm. We're going to get to see the inside of the hotel. Yeah. It's really nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty. They did. Yeah, they did a nice job of.
And I'll put my car in there. I wonder who she is. Mrs. Settles?
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Yeah. Cool old car there. Anyway, looks like this is the restaurant. So let's go in. Here's a look at the restaurant. It's like stepping back in time. Really pretty. Yep. So here's the menu. I already know what I'm having. Chicken fried steak. I was just at the town that's the birthplace of the chicken fried steak, and talking about chicken fried steak made me want to have chicken fried steak.
Oh my goodness.
So this town is only 40 miles away from the birthplace of the chicken fried steak.
Oh my goodness.
So it better be good. They better do it right.
I would hope so.
Their chicken fried steak comes with mashed potatoes, garlic green beans, and black pepper gravy.
Do it just that way?
Yeah. So I'm going to have it. Let me guess, you're going to have the salmon. Are you going to have salmon?
Yes, I can't help it. I love salmon. But I'm gonna see if
Blackened salmon.
But I'm gonna see if I can take off that cream spinach.
You don't like cream spinach? You're going to get green beans instead?
Yes, I will.
All right. All right, our food is here. My chicken fried steak. Looks good. There's some mashed potatoes, garlic green beans. I'm looking forward to it. It better be really yummy. And your salmon.
Got blackened salmon. It was supposed to have cream spinach, but I changed to garlic green beans and mashed potatoes.
Yours actually looks real good.
It looks very good, except they gave you more green beans, and I'm gonna complain.
Well, all right. We're going to dig in. So here's the verdict on the food. Green beans are fantastic. Lots of pepper and garlic, the way I used to make them for Nicole.
Yes, and that's what I was gonna say. You took away my line.
Well, you could say that still. Chicken fried steak's good. The gravy's excellent. Mashed potatoes is really good, but it's a higher grade of beef. This is the thing with chicken fried steak. It's normally made with cheap beef cube steak that's been tenderized by beating the hell out of it. And honestly, that's what tastes best with it. A lot of places use a higher grade of beef. I don't know why it should taste better. It doesn't. So it's good, but not great. But definitely it's what I was in the mood for, so it'll work. So how's that salmon?
My salmon's awesome. Everything's really good. My salmon's awesome. The green beans I love, because the garlicky green beans. It's the one, just like you used to make.
Yep.
Yeah, so everything's very, very good.
Your salmon's good? Looks good.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Blackened real nice and everything?
Yes.
It's got a little spice to it?
Yes, it's blackened very well. It's got a nice little crisp, kind of almost like a crust, almost.
All right, guys, so there you go. Pretty good food here at this hotel restaurant. The Settles Grill. That's the name of this place. Settles Grill, yeah. All right, so here is the check, $48.71. That's pretty cheap for us, huh?
Very cheap for us.
We didn't have any drinks, though. No alcohol. So your salmon was $24. My chicken fried steak was $18.
Oh, mine was more expensive than yours.
Yeah. You're high dollar. You eat those high dollar dinners.
I'm worth it. I'm worth it.
I eat cheap dinners. All right, everyone. So that's the end of this video. We are heading to New Mexico next. So we'll see you there.